It's nice to meet you, Daisy. Have a seat.
Thank you.
All right, found the place okay?
Yes, everything was great.
All right, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here today.
All right, so you are interviewing for the traveling endodontic dental assistant position with Pacific. Okay. Just looking over your resume, you've been very busy the last few years. Tell me a little bit, well, before I start asking you some questions I want to ask you, elaborate more on your work at Universal and Mimic.
Okay. Is it okay if we start off with Universal first?
Sure.
All right. Well, I was with Universal Orlando Resort for 3 years as an employee. I did various different positions within Orlando Resort. I started off in retail at a jewelry store. I was there for maybe about 6 months to a year.
Okay.
And from there, I did the basic retail functions. I did cash handling. I did care and maintenance of the jewelry that was on stock, cleaning of the store. A lot of customer service involved, so a lot of face-to-face reactions. From there, I went to attractions, which in itself is a whole nother line of operations. With that, I dealt with controlling the ride, Jimmy Fallon. So behind that screen, just basic controls in a control room, communicating to different team members about when to get the ride going, when to open the doors, when to assist customers in and out. And then from there, I went back to similar retail position, except it had more to do with sales. I went to the ticket sales at the entrance of the park. Again, lots of cash handling.
When they moved you around within Universal Orlando, was that because you kind of wanted to be challenged, or was it more that you were needed other places inside the resort?
I wanted more of a challenge, so that was my interest in different fields, just because I like to be on my feet. I like to try my hand in new and different things. I feel that that experience helped me immensely in these different job positions at Universal.
Okay, yeah, it seemed like that you did a little bit of everything there. How about Mimic? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yes, Mimic. That is a store in the Florida Mall. It is a jewelry store. Again,
Okay.
I'm back in retail. A lot of customer service on a daily basis, cleaning and maintaining the store. Cash handling is most definite everyday occurrence.
Okay, a lot of time on your feet, I'm guessing, too, as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm 25 years old. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. I am a big sports fan. Again, I love being active, so that's a big part of it, watching all different types of sports. I love playing sports as well, outside of work and home. That's something that keeps me distracted and helps me channel, keep any stress at bay, keep balance in my life. I love to exercise as well.
Okay. So, for fun, get out and you're active.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Two-part question.
Yes.
What is your greatest strength, greatest weakness?
Okay. My greatest strength is that I am very detail oriented. I have to pay attention very closely, and with that being said, that attention to detail, I stay focused on every little aspect of everything, just because I feel like you have to be. In any field that you're in, you must be focused, you must pay attention to the small things, not only the big picture.
Okay.
However, there's a downside to that as well. Sometimes you do have to look at the greater picture overall. So I can say that that is also my greatest weakness, because I do spend a lot of time focusing on one small thing.
Okay. So sometimes too detail-oriented.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Daisy, what motivates you?
I think what motivates me is, honestly, my parents are a big motivation for me, just because they were always so hardworking as I was younger, and they taught me that in order to get somewhere in life, you have to work hard. So I've grown up with that mentality, and now as an adult, I apply that to everyday life. And I wake up every day with new goals in mind, new motivations, new reasons to have a smile and to keep going.
All right, excellent. All right. Best job you ever had and why?
The best job I've ever had was when I was 15. I worked at a bank. That was my first part-time job in high school.
15?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yes. I loved the whole experience of trying your hand at something that you've never done before. I had no prior banking experience. I did this and I fell absolutely in love with it. And that's when cash handling was a great part of my life. Learning new things every day, communicating with the clients was, I think, the absolute best part. And working side by side with not only the managers, but also the bank president was in our branch as well.
This can be current or, well, it's got to be previous or current job.
Okay.
What did you dislike about any previous or current job?
What I disliked about one particular previous job was just, I feel, lack of communication. I think that's a big hurdle in many situations. And at that particular job, everyone was nice, everyone was friendly. However, the communication at times just wasn't there.
How did you handle that, Daisy?
Well, I tried speaking with management and seeing if there was a way that we can implement a system so that we can all figure out a medium to speak and know when this person was handling this situation.
It can be tough.
Yes.
Frustrating, I imagine. Why do you think, now this is different from why do you want to be a dental assistant, because I know you're finishing up with school. Why do you think you will be a great dental assistant?
I'm very goal-oriented. I'm very active. I have strong morals, great communication, and I'm great as a team, period. My whole life I've grown up doing sports, and I've always loved a team environment. And I know a big part of dental assisting is a team and communication. And I love setting goals for myself every day that I know I can accomplish in dental assisting.
Okay. Do you work better in a team or by yourself?
I work better as a team. However, if I must do anything individually, I can also do that as well. I carry that integrity to be able to carry out the task by myself as well. But I do like the team environment, as I've stated.
Prefer working with a team. Okay. How do you and how have you handled working with someone that you don't get along with?
Well, that situation has happened, as it's happened to everyone before. I handled it in a mature way. I realized that we were having certain disagreements, so I decided to speak to the person one-on-one before anything escalated, and I did have to take it to any superior. So to avoid that, we spoke calmly, nicely. We came to an understanding, and from there working together became a lot smoother, just because we now had a communication to understand what one person wasn't understanding about the other person.
Okay. Explain why I should hire you, Daisy.
I feel like I would be a great addition to your team. As I've stated, I'm very goal-oriented. I'm a very positive person. I like to be optimistic. I love dealing with customers and clients, and I believe clients are the reason why a lot of businesses are functioning. And we have to treat the client with the greatest respect and understanding and compassion. And I like to work as a team. And I love dental assisting. I love anything to do with teeth. And it's just been a passion ever since I've started classes that's grown over time.
Okay. When do you think you'd be available for a working interview?
As soon as possible.
All right. Do you have any questions for me, whether it's about our organization or about the position?
Yes, I actually do. If I am fortunate enough to become a team member with Pacific Dental Services, what would be the salary and the benefits that are included as an employee? And is there a specific probationary period?
There is a probationary period, 90 days. We have strong benefits, medical, dental, 401k. Salary is to be determined by HR. This position is probably on a scale based on your experience. So if I said if you got the job over someone that has worked in the field for 3 years, you might be offered a little bit less. But I would have to guess, I would probably say between $16 and $18 an hour.
Okay.
So, any other questions?
Yes. As a big corporation, what would you feel is, how would you describe the company being a big corporation? How do you guys incorporate teamwork into so many different employees? As I've looked up, Pacific has about over 1,000. How does that play into how the teamwork environment goes?
Well, for Pacific, instead of having, I'll give you an example, a little small private office usually doesn't have a structure and a mission where everybody's still on the same page. At Pacific, we do more team training in private offices, and we reinforce our values, our core values as a corporation, so everybody knows what their role is on a weekly, daily basis, and what the core goal is, and which is being successful as an organization. And to do that, we need all the individuals working together. And we find once we have success, individual success comes. Good question.
I agree. Structure is important.